everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today, friends, we are going to be working on another Project Life spread for week 32 of 2025. So this week I am exclusively using the new August kit from Ellie Studio. So I am on the Ellie Studio design team, but this process video it's not a design team process. I just really love these cards and wanted to use them. So all of these pocket cards are from the August kit, along with the little die cuts that you see over there, the pile of die cuts. I'm also going to be using one of the new stamp sets. It's like a weekend themed stamp set. I use 2 little stamps off of that. And then basically every single thing I use is from that new kit. So there's also the alphas that I'm going to use on my title card and the labels, just all the things. And that's one thing that I just really love about Ellie Studio. I just feel like they are so perfect for Project Life documenting, and they help make the spreads just go together so easily. I love that they're like slightly themed for whatever season you're going through, and I just personally really love them. So super simple to get this one done today. So as I'm putting some things together, I will tell you a little bit about my week and about my photos and all that kind of stuff. So this week, I ended up with mostly pictures from 2 different events, we'll say, and then I have one cute picture of Penny there in the middle. So I have this picture at the top that you can see right now of me and my bestie Casey and her 2 girls, Andy and Mickey. I'm sure that y'all know them by now if you've been watching my videos, because they do make an appearance quite a bit. But I was able to see them this Wednesday, and we hung out with both girls. And then me and Casey were able to have our own little dinner where we got to catch up and have a bestie dinner after that, which was really fun. I do have another picture at the bottom, just like a similar moment, but with only Mickey. So I included both of those photos since I have the space for them. The 2 other pictures that go together are the sign there that you can kind of see over on the left side that says Centrang, and then also the food photo that's at the lower right hand spot. Those are from mine and Will's lunch date that we had on Sunday. So he said that he wanted to take me out to lunch. So we ended up deciding on Centrang, one of our just favorite places in the city. So that was a super good time, and we haven't had it in at least a few months. So it was really fun to be able to go there and hang out. And then the last one is of Sweet Penny just being silly on the bed, as she always is. And I also am including this little text message blob here from Will. So I thought that it was really cute because while he was at work, I sent him this picture of her, and then he texted me back just some sweet little things about Penny. So I decided that I would print off the text message and just pop it onto the photo. And that's something that I love to do. And just a reminder about adding text messages into your projects. I've done both just screenshotting and just including the entire text. And then many times I have also cut them out in this way, especially if I don't need really the context of who's saying it. Like, I'm just going to know that that's Will talking about Penny. Or sometimes if it's like maybe a text from Casey or something, and it's really obvious it's from Casey because of what she's saying about her girls or something. I love doing that. And then also in last week's spread, I used one of these Snap photo flips, and I added 2 text messages underneath the photo flip. And so I just think it's a great way to add other voices and add more context to your photos and things, you know. I love adding cards and postcards and pieces of mail or things that people send us, but a huge way that we all communicate now, of course, is through text messages. So I love adding those as well. So those are all of my photos, and now I'm just getting all of the other little bits and pieces into place. So I really love the die cuts this month, and I like that there were so many circles. So you'll notice that I added like a cluster of 3 of the circles on the title card. And then I also use 2 of the smaller circles, the me and you circles, with the ampersand down at the bottom, just to kind of fill in that space on top of the food photo. And then I'm going to add 2 lone circles on both of the pictures of me and Casey and the girls. So I really liked just adding like different little clusters of circles around. And then I also used I'm going to add one other stamp to that rainbow card, but since it was so open, I thought that I would add the stamp that said recap. Now, originally that stamp said weekend recap, but I used it in my spread, my Ellie Studio design team spread, and I ended up cutting weekend and recap apart so that I could stack them because it was like a longer phrase. And so I wanted to stack weekend on top of recap. So I just cut it since it is a like clear sticker. And that's also a reminder, you can always cut those. You just got to be a little careful, but you can cut those and then you can kind of reconfigure them in a way that works for you. So now instead of the stamp saying weekend recap, it can just say recap. So I use that stamp, and then I am going to use one other stamp and just put it right under it. And I really ended up liking that because I love that the recap word is like in a very like all caps bold font. And then you're going to notice that the stamp that I pick out to go underneath it is in the typewriter font. So I love just mixing and matching those. I think that it, brings a little more interest and makes it kind of look cute. And then I have 2 journaling cards that I am going to add some journaling onto, of course. So there's that one. The stamp's there. It says catching up on all the things. So that worked perfectly. Then on the 1, 2, 3 card, I am going to talk about kind of random behind the scene things that aren't captured in my photos. So I do talk about really enjoying Big Brother this season. I've been super invested in the new Big Brother season, but also it's been so fun listening to all the behind the scene things. So, Rob Has a Podcast is one of my favorites with Taryn, and then also Brittany Haynes from Big Brother 12 and 14. She has a Patreon that I just recently signed up for, and so I've been loving hearing her recaps as well. So I talked about that. I also talked about just how it's hot. It's back to being hot this week because last week we had that little fake fall going on. So I talked about that, and also about how I am anticipating the fall months, and I'm excited to kind of start planning and figuring all of that out. And then over here on this card, I talked all about the actual week. So about seeing Casey, about lunch with Will, about just all the ins and outs. And I really liked this card because it says notes from these long and hot summer days or something like that. So I love those little hints of theming throughout. It just makes me happy. And I believe that is all I'm going to do. So I might add, I think I add a little doodle border, here on the title card. But besides that, that is going to be it. So super easy. Like I said, it comes together very quickly whenever I have a kit. So I'll link the Ellie Studio kit below if you want to check it out. Otherwise, friends, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this quick and easy process video. If you did, please give me a like, and please also consider subscribing. And of course, I will be back at you super soon with more videos. Have a great day, friends, and I will talk to you later. Bye, y'all.